on the line for you?
Oh, yes, I'll take it.
Phyllis, thanks for taking my call. Do you have a minute?
Yes, David, it's always good to hear from you. I admit I'm a bit surprised since we just saw each other last night at the trustee meeting, but actually you called me at a good time. What can I help you with?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something that came up at the meeting.
Really? We just watched the annual training video last night. I don't remember there being any other business.
There wasn't really. My question has something to do with something that came up on the video. You see, you remember the part where the head of the compliance department was talking about making changes to the conflict of interest declaration form?
I remember that part. In addition to filling out the annual conflict of interest forms, we're supposed to promptly notify the corporate compliance officer of any changes that have come up in between the filings. Has something come up for you, David?
Well, that's what I wanted to get your opinion on, Phyllis. You know, my daughter Janie recently graduated from business school, right?
Yes, we got the announcement in the mail. You and Gloria must be so proud. Please tell Janie I said congratulations.
Thank you. I'll make sure to tell her. Actually, Janie's part of the reason I'm calling. You see, she just landed a job as a senior sales manager of a pharmaceutical company. I know that this company is always approaching our doctors and our staff about their products. I'm not sure whether I have to disclose this to the health system or not. I was thinking about it last night, and I remember that you had a conflict of interest situation come up last year.
Yes, you're right, I did. I had to disclose that my husband has recently been elected to the board of directors of a competing health system, and also that he is chief operating officer at a health insurance company.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that before the board meeting. I figured that since you've been through this process, you might have some insight into the situation. What do you think about this job that Janie's gotten? Do you think it's an issue?
Gee, David, honestly, I'm not sure. But I know things have gotten really strict lately when it comes to interactions with industry. Remember the health system put a ban on accepting any gifts from industry vendors, regardless of their value? Obviously, this is a different situation, but it just shows how sensitive the topic can be, especially when it comes to pharmaceutical companies.
I know. That set off alarm bells for me, too.
I think you're going to have to contact the chief corporate compliance officer. I don't think the situation necessarily is a problem, but if you don't reach out to him, you will never know one way or the other whether it is or isn't a problem.
You're right. I guess part of me was hoping it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I figured I could always disclose the matter later if it became an issue.
Honestly, David, I don't think it is a big deal, as long as you're upfront with it. But if you don't disclose it, it could be a big deal later on.
That makes sense.
Usually in this type of situation, you just have to recuse yourself from any decisions that affect Janie's company.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
And you probably have to be careful. If Janie's company ever invited you to something through her, it's not likely to happen, but you have to be aware of it.
I definitely would not have a problem with that. I'll take any excuse to get something off my schedule these days. Well, thanks, Phyllis. I knew you would have some solid, level-headed insight into this situation.
No problem. I can't wait to get to the next board meeting to find out whether the health system bought that hospital in the city.
Remember, we have to keep that confidential.
No worries. I would never do anything to jeopardize the deal or the institution. And congratulations to Janie on graduating and her new job.
Thanks, Phyllis.
See you soon.